What is up? What is up? What is up? And welcome to another episode following GM Neff and his NHL career. We are here. We are in season 26-27. So I think that's season 4, if I'm not mistaken. 23 would be 23-24. This is 24-25, 25-26. So we're in season 3. We're basically in season 3. And we are at the point of the playoffs. As you can see, we got the playoffs on the right hand side of the screen. You got the Oilers versus the Winnipeg Jets. You got the Canucks versus the Knights. You got the Stars versus the Hockey Club. You got the Avalanche versus the Preds in the Western Conference. And in the Eastern Conference, you got the Maple Leafs versus the Red Wings. The Panthers looking to repeat for the third time in a row for their fourth Stanley Cup in 4 seasons. They're going up against Buffalo Sabres. They got the Rangers versus the Tampa Bay Lightning, and then you also got the Pittsburgh Penguins versus the Columbus Blue Jackets. Now, our NHL team was just outside, missed it by a few points. Our division was the best in the NHL, so we had a tough go of it. But on the flip side of things, the AHL had the tied best record in the whole league for the AHL. So you got them in the playoffs, which will slow sim the playoffs for the AHL and see if Fraser Minton and Dean Letourneau could lead our AHL team to a Calder Cup. So let's go ahead and jump into that real quick. We're gonna go advance day by day. Unless we get to a elimination game, then we'll slow sim it. So advancing day by day. The first game against the Penguins, we come out with a win. So we start off the series 1-0. I urgently accept and thrilled to join the league large market team. So we offered Fraser Minton before we closed the stream last time we were live, and he accepts the offer. So we get actually Fraser Minton for cheap, and him being an 84 overall and only getting better at the ripe age of 23, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's 23. Let me just double check that, as I think he's actually injured right now. Yeah, he is. So Minton is 22, so he's 84 overall and he's 22, so definitely got some growth to go there. So second game without Fraser Minton, we lost him, and we lose in overtime 3-2 to the Penguins. Going to the third game real quick, let's see if we can bounce back with a win. We lose that one 3-1. So let's take a look at the injury. How long is Fraser Minton going to be out? He's actually not returning until May 6th and Poulin's May 1st. So it's gonna be a little bit of time. We're gonna have to get through the series without him, basically. So let's get to the the fourth game. So we're down 2-1. I think this is an elimination game. So we're going to game 6 and it's a best out of 5. Game 5 and it's best out of 5. I don't know how you get to game 6 out of best out of 5, but we made it up in our head. But we are going to game 5 in a best out of 5 series, tied 2-2. Can we get this win? Let's jump into the sim and see how we do. After the first period, it's 0-0. Second period, 2-1 for the Penguins. So let's go ahead and sim the third period nice and slow, and maybe even jump in at the end and see if we can come out with this win. So we go on to power play with over 10 minutes to go. A long power play, unable to get a goal on that. So we'll get into under 5 minutes, 3 minutes to go. We score. Milne with the goal. That is huge. 15 seconds left, and we score again. Merkulov with a buzzer beater to send us to the second round, and that is huge. Without our star Fraser Minton down there, we're able to beat the Penguins to move on to the second round. Let's see who we're gonna play, because we got a couple questions there. Taking a look, we got the Islanders, the Bridgeport Islanders, who went 42-25-5 in their season. So let's see if we're able to beat them, and we get Fraser Minton here soon. So day by day, we get a first game, we get a win 3-0. Second game, Pavel Zacha wants to conversate. I think we wanted this. No. Okay, so we wanted him to switch to center, and he hasn't yet. Basically, his adaptability is too low. and he can't switch to center. All right, going to the third game. We're up 2-0 on the Islanders. Can we make it 3-0? Matthew Patras is available for the next game. That's in Boston, and Boston's eliminated, so it doesn't really matter. And we're able to sweep the Islanders, moving on to the next round where we will play the Senators or the Cleveland Monsters. So we'll await that. While we do, let's go ahead and check on the NHL. So taking a look at the NHL, you got the Edmonton Oilers in the second round against the Canucks. They're down 2-1. The Stars are up 3-0 on the Nashville Predators. You got the Maple Leafs down 1-2 against the Florida Panthers, who are trying to make it 4 in a row, like I said. And then you got the Rangers up 2-1 on the Columbus Blue Jackets. So that's what's going on in the NHL. But let's get back to the AHL, where we await our next round opponent. And our next round opponent is going to be the Cleveland Monsters. After a 2-2 tie, they're able to go ahead and win it. So let's see if we're able to take them down and advance to the final. So first game, the Baby Bees take care of business with a 3-2 win. The second game, can we get another one here? 2-0 win. We are on a roll. Let's see what happens on the third game. Third game is a loss, so we lose our first one. This is a best out of 5, I believe, but I might be wrong. It might be a best out of 7. I'm not too sure with the AHL playoffs. So we lose 2 in a row. I want to take a look at the calendar to see if it's a best out of 5 or best out of 7. So taking a look, it is a best out of 7. So we got one more loss before we're in an elimination game. So let's go ahead and sim to the next game. Do we come out with a win there? We do not. So on the brink of elimination, let's take a look to see if we got any major injuries going on right now. We lost Hutton and all lost. Our starting goalie is out. So let's see if our backup goalie could make up for the players that we don't have. So let's sim this game period by period, and then we'll slow sim the third based on the score. So end of the first, we are up 1-0. Jan Crook with a goal on Vladar. End of the second, we are up 2-0. Tyson Yost with a good goal there. And let's go ahead and slow sim the third. So here in the third period, hopefully we're able to get out of this game and push it to game 7. They got a power play with Cleveland. They're unable to capitalize on that. We're getting under 5 minutes, so we're in a good position right now. We got a power play. We don't add another goal to make it 3-0. And we're able to make it 3-0 on an empty net with Poulin, and a good victory, a 3-0 victory here in game 6. That's going to lead us to game 7. Game 7, where all the chips are on the table. Who is going to make it to the final? Let's go ahead and sim this game. So after the first period, it is 2-1 Baby Bees up on the Cleveland Monsters. After the second period, 2-2. So this third period is going to be a hectic one. Who will get the next goal to take the lead? Cleveland missed out on a power play. Under 10 minutes to go now. Let's see if we get a goal here. Cleveland scores with 6 minutes to go. And with under 4 minutes, we are actually going to jump in ourselves. Not jump into play, but jump into spectate. It's going to be a CPU versus CPU game. I'm going to go with the alternate jerseys. Alright, let's jump in here. We might have to change some stuff. So let's take a look at what we got for visuals. We want it to be on broadcast. All right, we got it on true broadcast. Let's do that. Perfect. So jumping into the game, true broadcast. Can we score to push this into overtime with under 4 minutes going? 27 shots on goal to 25. Definitely not getting what we need from our goaltender, as Cleveland wins the face-off, but a good hit there. Brunet to Jan Crook to Mitten, who's been our hero this season. He goes to the outside to Merkulov. Mitten in the slot, and Vladar with a huge save. What a save by Vladar, the ex-Bruin. the ex-Bruin prospect to be exact, Vladar, back in the AHL. So his career didn't pan out exactly the way he wanted. So can we get this offensive draw? We got the Mitten line out there. He loses the draw once again. Definitely something we got to keep an eye on. Might have to push him to left wing in the NHL if he can't win faceoffs. And they try to take a shot with a good block there. Jan Crook takes it up the ice. He gets rocked though and turns it over, but it's gonna go down into our end for an icing. So with a minute 18 left, we get an icing call, and maybe we pull the goalie here. It looks like they didn't pull the goalie. They did not pull the goalie. Can we call a timeout? Can we pull the goalie? I don't think we can. I was wondering if we were in charge of pulling the goalie. So another face-off win for the Cleveland Monsters. This was the other team in the AHL that had a great record. I think we were tied for #1. As they go to the slot, a big block there by our defense. Fisher in the corner, he comes out, a nice hit, knocks him off the puck. A slap shot from the point, and Olas with a save. So it's nice to see Olas is back, but we need a goal here. Can we get a goal? Our own zone face-off with under 50 seconds to go, so we're gonna have to win this here, and we do end up winning it. That's huge. Warner with the puck. He's gonna go up the boards. He's gonna look to the middle, but he's gonna carry. He gets Poulin crossing the middle. Denisenko on the wing. He gets stripped of the puck by Hall. Hall up to Lazar. Lazar gets hit, knocked off the puck. Poulin turns the other way. You got Denisenko entering the zone. He finds Poulin in the slot. Poulin with a shot, a save, and Poulin with the rebound just misses the net. And then you have Warner taking it, getting it to Mitten. The net is empty right now, so they got full pressure, looking to get this last goal. You got a lot of pressure on the forecheck. He's able to pin him against the board. Lazar is there. Barlow gets the puck with 10 seconds to go. Letourneau in the slot, and it's blocked. What a block there. And then you got Mitten there. He's going to get it to Hutton. Hutton with a slap shot and a big save. 3 seconds to go. Lazar with the puck. 1 second. Nothing. No, it looked like that was going to be the game tying goal, but we run out of time. Cleveland Monsters with the win. The Cleveland Monsters eliminate the baby Bruins to go on to the Calder Cup. What a game. It looked like we were just about to tie it, but we ran out of time. A nice pass back door, but not enough time to bury it. That's a tough loss. Shake hands, boys. Shake hands. What a loss. Oh, man. Had the heart going for a second. I think this was that the goal that ended it? No, that was just a save. What a game. What a ending. What a ending. That rebound we just missed. Nice deflection there. Big save. Oh, what a game. The future is bright in Boston now. Some of those young kids that we just saw in that game will be called up soon. So a big game there, 30 shots on goal, but we only scored 2. Their goalie, Vladar, came up huge, and then we had 26 shots on goal for Cleveland. What a game. What an ending. But unfortunately, it didn't roll our way there. So with that being said, we'll go back to the NHL, where we will pick it up with the Edmonton Oilers beating the Dallas Stars, waiting for the victor of the Toronto Maple Leafs and the the Columbus Blue Jackets. So the Florida Panthers finally will not end up in the Stanley Cup final. They didn't even make it to the Eastern Conference final. That is huge because they've been running through the league. So I want to take a look at some of the stats. We'll start with the AHL actually, because we just finished up there and our team is no longer playing. We just want to take a look at our AHL stats. Fraser Mitten, that was actually the regular season. Gonna go to the player stats in the playoffs. So Merkulov led the team with 6 goals, 4 assists for 10 points in 15 games. Tyson Yost had 10 points. Jan Crook with 9. Denisenko had 8. You had 8 from Brett Harrison. Dean Letourneau with 8 points as well. Frederick Brunet had 7. You had 6 points in 9 games from Mitten, so he didn't have a bad playoff. Definitely wanted a little bit better from Yost, though. -4 in those 15 games that he played, and he's one of the only minus players. Taking a look at the goalies, you had Olas, who got injured but came back. He had a 932 and a 189. You had a 172 and a 936 from Bussy. So a good job by the goalies. We're unable to get the win there, though. Taking a look at the NHL player stats just to see where we're at right now. You got Austin Matthews with 21 points. Nylander with 18 in 19 games, so that Toronto Maple Leafs top line is really cooking. You got Matthew Savoy with 17. You got Jonathan Tavares, John Tavares with 16. You got Ryan Nugent-Hopkins with 16. Robertson has 16 as well. Pedersen with 15. You got Hyman with 15. And you also got Rantanen with 15. Taking a look at the defenseman, the leading defenseman is Quinn Hughes with 10 points in 14 games. You got Bouchard, who has 9 and 17, and Riley, who has 9 and 19. Taking a look at the goalies, the top save percentage will go at least 5 games played. We'll bump it up to 10. You have to at least make it pass around. You got Justice Onanen, who had a 932. You got Jake Ottinger with a 932 as well. 2 goalies really playing top tier hockey right now. 926 from Anthony Stolarz. Taking a look at the goals against average, you got a 185 from Jake Ottinger and Onanen. You also got Stolarz with a 221. Any rookies in the playoffs? You had Voigt, who had 2 points. Actually, no. Caden Lindstrom for the Columbus Blue Jackets, who are in the Eastern Conference Final, has 12 points in 17 games. You have Dumas with 9 points in 17 games. You got Mattychuk, whatever his last name is. You get 7 points in 17 games. You got Hervonen, who has 6 and 19, and you got Kemmel, who has 6 and 12. Those are some of your leaders. Let's finish off the season, get to the Stanley Cup final, and then we'll take a look at both the teams in the Stanley Cup final. So advance today, who is going to play the Edmonton Oilers for the Cup here in 26 and 27 season? You got the Columbus Blue Jackets and the Toronto Maple Leafs tied 3-3 going to Game 7, and the winner was the Toronto Maple Leafs. So the Maple Leafs making it against the Edmonton Oilers. So taking a look at those two teams, I want to take a look at the teams, but I don't want to go by this team stats in the playoffs. So get into the Maple Leafs. The Maple Leafs lines are looking like this. You got Nyes, Matthews, and Nylander as the first line. Nate Robertson, John Tavares, and Mitch Marner. You got Kampf, Domi, and Kubel, who was actually an ex-Bruin that we had last year. You got Voigt, Hervonen, and Phillips to do the fourth line. At defense, you got Riley and Carlo. You got McCabe and Carrier. You got Benoit and Oliver Ekman-Larsson. The scratches are Clegg, who was ex-Bruin as well. Niemela and Tanev. You got Stolarz in net with Wall backing him up. Taking a look at the Oilers. We'll go by games played so we can get the Oilers up here. Oh, this is just the Eastern Conference. So taking a look at the Oilers, their lines are Draisaitl, McDavid, and Hyman. You got Savoy, Nugent-Hopkins, and Pajot. You got Hartman, Bluger, and Brown. You got Sherry, Alexandrov, and Fix Wolanski. You got Skinner and net with Jake Allen backing him up. And then you got Darnell Nurse, Evan Bouchard as the first pair, Alec Martinez and Regula as the second pair. And I believe that's the ex-Bruins prospect, Regula. You got Ekholm and Hellison as the final pair. You got Wallman, Peralt, Emberson, Robinson, and Closen. I assume they got a few injuries they're dealing with. That's why you see all those players on the scratch list. So that is your final. 2 really, really good teams. So let's go ahead and sim this one by one. these two top teams facing each other. You got the Edmonton Oilers going up 1-0 on the Toronto Maple Leafs. The Maple Leafs, what a story that is, finally making it 1-1 after game 2. Going to game 3, we want to set our ticket prices. Take a look at the ticket prices real quick. Oh, we can't, we can only do season tickets, so we lost some season ticket holders. Let's tone it down a bit. Go to 1200 exactly. This has been neutral, so we won't go down that much. All right, so after game 3, it is 2-1 Maple Leafs. Will the Maple Leafs get the cup they've been eluding, that's been elusive to them? Could say they've been eluding it themselves. So 3-1, can they wrap it up here in game 5? Taking a look. All right, so we got an offer from the Boston Bruins. We almost lost our job. So Anaheim Ducks, Boston Bruins offering us 5 years for $6.5 million. You got the Anaheim Ducks offering us $2.7 million for 4 years. You got the Sabres offering 2.7, the Flames offering 2.4, Hurricanes offering 2.2. You got the Avs offering 2.4, 2.1 from the Columbus Blue Jackets. Dallas Stars offering 2.6. You got the Red Wings. This would be interesting. If we got fired or we got offered the Red Wings, I would definitely hop on that. 5.1 million. You got the Edmonton Oilers. You got the Florida Panthers offering, Minnesota Wild, Montreal Canadiens, New York Rangers, Ottawa Senators, Toronto Maple Leafs, who are in the finals right now, and they're offering 6.2 million too. So not only are they in the finals and a great team, they're also offering us the most money. And what actually was it 6.5? Oh no, they're not offering the most money, they're offering the second most. I thought we were at 5 mil. So we're going back to Boston. I'm going to continue our build in Boston. And the Toronto Maple Leafs are your Stanley Cup champions. The Cleveland Monsters, who we lost to in the conference final, end up winning the Calder Cup. Taking a look at some of the other stats, I'm gonna pull up the other awards. So the Toronto Maple Leafs are your Stanley Cup champions. Edmonton Oilers won the President's Trophy and they made it to the Stanley Cup but unable to win it. They were able to get the Clarence S. Campbell. You got the Prince of Wales being the Toronto Maple Leafs. As you know, taking a look at the AHL, the Calder Cup goes to the Cleveland Monsters. They also get the Kilpatrick Trophy. The Mathers Trophy goes to the Cleveland Monsters. The Roadrunners get the Bud Trophy. I'm not going to pronounce his last name. Sam Pullock Trophy goes to the Manitoba Moose. That's the regular season winner. You got the Roadrunners getting the Chick Trophy. And the Francis going to the Providence Bruins. So we at least get some piece of hardware there. Taking a look at the solo awards in the NHL, we might do the AHL too. Take a quick look at that. You got the Ott Ross going to McDavid, the Hart going to McDavid, the Norris going to Heiskanen. You got the Lady Byng going to McDavid. Collecting a lot of trophies there, McDavid. You got Kemmel getting the Calder Trophy. You got Matthews getting the Conn Smythe. You got the Vezina Trophy going to Merz Lincolns. You got the William Jennings going to Merz Lincolns. You got the Bill Masterson going to Pedersen. You got the Jack Adams going to Turgenev. I'm definitely mispronouncing that, but he gets the Jack Adams. You got the Selke going to Nico Hischier. You got the Lindsay going to Matthews, and then the Rocket Richard Trophy goes to Matthews as well. So that was the AHL. Taking a look at the NHL, you got the Sullenberger Trophy going to Bjork. You got the Cunningham going to Fisher. You got the Marshall going to Chromiak. Bjork gets the Dudley Trophy there. The Dudley Award, I mean. You got the Shore Award going to Burroughs. The Bastian Memorial Award going to Hildeby. You got Butterfield going to... I am not pronouncing it. Pythia. You got Burchild getting the Hunt. The Yannick going to Roberts. Vladar getting the Holmes Memorial Trophy. I wonder what that is. Lowest goals against. That's like the Jennings in the NHL. Sullenberger. So we already went through. None of our guys ended up getting a trophy, so that sucks. But those were the awards. now we sim to the draft, where we'll have some fun and see what we're gonna be doing with this team. So simming to the draft. Oh, going day by day there. So as you know, the salary cap's gonna go up as it does every season, and we'll see what we have for room. Draft lottery results. The Boston Bruins end up 16th. Do not move up. The Islanders of all team move up from 8 to 1, and everybody just bounces down one from there. Los Angeles ends up losing out, doesn't get the first overall pick. They get the second. Philadelphia gets the third. Montreal the fourth, and Chicago the fifth. I failed to reach in the Stanley Cup final. Thank you, genius. We didn't even make the playoffs. So we're not gonna view the draft class right now. Gonna let it be because we don't really have any scouts. Let's view the retired players. Ryan Suter calls it a career. You got Nick Foligno, who calls it a career as well. Gabriel Landeskog calls it a career. Atkinson, Spurgeon, Eric Johnson, Travis Hamonic. Anybody else? Anybody from our team? No players from our team, so we don't have to worry about that. Got a few coaches retiring. Kyler Weller is the one Boston Bruin retiring out of that group. Robert Batuzzo becomes a scout for the Tampa Bay Lightning. Our top prospects are Fraser Minton, Dean Letourneau, left-handed D in Sasha, Artyom Volchinsky, the left-handed D, and then a center right wing in Elton Hammerson. So let's edit our trade block. We got a couple guys coming into some prominent roles in the NHL, like Fraser Minton. So we should start moving some of these excess forwards and left defensemen, because we got 2 left defensemen that we're going to sign in Volchinsky, who's now at 81. Defensive defenseman. He's going to be playing in the NHL, and so is Sasha. Or at least we're going to try to get him to the NHL. Right now, we got Middleton, who's got 3 years left on his deal. We got Jensen, who's got 2 years left. He's a right-handed defenseman. We got Sosi, who's got 2 years left as well. So is that counting this season? We got Dingle, who we got to sign. No, that doesn't count this season because we got to re-sign Lorai. So it would be after next season. So is there a spot where we maybe call up one of the 2 left defensemen we have, and the other one sits in the AHL? Is that going to be one of the potential things that we do to give them a little bit more development? That could definitely happen. But the one position where we are definitely going to call somebody up is at that center position or that left wing position. Fraser Minton has deserved a call up, had a great year in the AHL. So did Dean Letourneau. So both of those guys should get a potential call up. Now, that being said, we'll have to see who we're going to move to fit them into the lineup. And what I'm going to do right now is update the owner goals and AI goals, take those down, and we're going to take a look at what the lineup is going to look like for the offense and the defense in the NHL. And we'll also do it for the top prospects and top player efficiency rating. We'll take those down. We'll do the NHL at the top and the AHL at the bottom. Remember, we want to treat both like their own separate team, and that we're trying to build them both for championships. So let me do that and then pick it back up when I'm done.